Hello and welcome to Feel Good Friday, your weekly dose of positivity right here on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Happy Friday. Happy early voting. Yes, it's early voting across the country. And I always tell this story because I think it's important. I loved voting on Election Day. There was something really fun and patriotic about it until about 2 to 3 years ago when I was traveling. I was actually in Nashville on Election Day. On my way back, got stuck in traffic on I-40 and got to the polling place 10 minutes before they closed. I said, never again. I will always be early voting so that I have plenty of time, so that I don't forget, and so that I actually participate in my civic duty, one of which I think is a sacred act for our country, voting. If you have the chance to do it early, especially given we're in a pandemic, I highly recommend it. Today on Feel Good Friday, we are featuring a nonprofit here in Memphis that has not closed its doors at all since the pandemic started in March. That's Catholic Charities of West Tennessee, just down the street from our offices. And a few weeks ago, we got to start telling the story of all the different programs and what they do to help families, chronically homeless, and food insecure folks in our communities. So today, you're getting a preview of a video we made to help them launch this year's campaign. Take a look.
God always meets us right where we are. He knows us, He knows our needs, He meets us exactly where we are. Saying, no matter what's going on in your life today, no matter what happened yesterday, I'm here. I'm waiting on you. Just show up. Catholic Charities for the last 50 years has served these 21 counties between the rivers in West Tennessee. We provide emergency services for people that are struggling with food insecurity or clothing needs. We also provide support for people that are living in chronic homelessness. On a given day, we might serve up to 90 people that are coming to our front door every day. That's a couple of thousand visits a month. That's a couple of thousand opportunities to get to know someone, build some trust. Once you see God in the face of the poor, you can't unsee that.
You know, some folks come in and it's just obvious that they need clothing immediately. We've seen, families, we've seen, individuals. It's amazing what a little bit of kindness will do to folks who are just in really tough situations.
Hi, how you doing today?
We also work with people struggling with food insecurity. We provide a food box option where families can come through a drive-through and get a food box, and that program has served over 20,000 people since March when COVID entered our community.
Get you a box of food. But in this box there's enough food for 2 people for about a week and a half or 2 weeks. Christ told us to feed people, feed them that need it.
Another program that we operate here at Catholic Charities is our housing ministry. On average, about 1 in 3 people experiencing homelessness seek help from Catholic Charities every year. So we have the best housing team on the street. It's a group of professionals that are focused on one thing, and that is ending homelessness.
We show them love, that we are there for them. We want to make sure that whatever we do with our clients, they know that, okay, we are not just putting them in here and leave them there. We want to make sure that whatever they do is what they want to do in continuing with their lives.
So we'll walk with that client for 6 to 9 months on average until they're independent. What that might look like is providing food support, providing job search and placement, social emotional training, helping people to cope in a new environment.
They helped me look for a place to stay, gave us stability, safety with everything that was going on. We didn't have to think about where we were going to live or what we were going to eat. And now we're here. We're in our new home.
We meet people where they are, so that Matthew 25 comes out. We're here to provide food for someone that is hungry. We're here to provide something to drink for someone who's thirsty, but we're providing it with volunteers.
Serve love just means what we're doing here every day. It's just being able to lend a hand to someone that's in need.
I mean, we're put on this earth to help one another, right? Love and respect. Help thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor, right? Serve love. Love thy neighbor.
And so when we take someone that is experiencing need and you connect them with someone who wants to serve, that's where the real beauty happens. And God is in that work. No matter what we're dealing with in every moment and every day, God's waiting on us. He's already always there. We just need to show up.
And since the weather has changed, so have their clothing needs, and they need warm clothes for cold weather. So this weekend, take a look at your closet. Maybe do an overview if there's anything in there that no longer fits or that you haven't worn in a while. That's great for this colder season we're headed into. They could use those donations, including men's clothing and tennis shoes. Those are things that seem to just fly off the shelves at their clothing closet. You can also volunteer if you feel so compelled in a safe way. There are plenty of volunteer opportunities. I'll put a link in the comments section. And of course, you can always support their work monetarily. There'll be more coming out about ways you can help as they launch their campaign this year. Finally today, we're going to transport you to Oregon and Mount Hood National Forest. That's where Charlie and Allison were last week for a small wedding, a friend's wedding, and of course they took their camera. Of course they captured these beautiful images that at times almost feel fake. That's how gorgeous it was. And for those of us who can't travel or who aren't traveling, this piece is a little bit of a meditation of sorts to transport us to a beautiful place where the air smells very different than it does here in Memphis or Chicago. And we're going to end on that today and wish you well over the weekend. I hope you get some time to rest. If you visit family or loved ones, do it safely. And we'll see you right back here on Friday next week for another edition of Feel Good Friday. Have a great weekend.